wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit. I'ma have this whole fucking game list, spitting with the same wit, and I'm gonna be famous. Ain't nobody able to delay this. Coming up, I had a vision to make it. Never wanted to be nothing, always wanted to play shit. Sit in class, always wondering why I learn this lame shit. How the hell am I different if we all know the same shit? I ain't never let them doubt me, it's about me. Keep my head down, let my mouth speak. They surround me, they all about the clout, see where the crowd be. Every time I speak loudly, they more about me. Man, you know I got a bounty on these lousy ass haters that surround me. Still they doubt me, they don't know nothing about me. Still their mouths free, I'ma change that soon. Better watch out now, see?
I just wanna be the greatest. Yeah. And I just wanna be famous. Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Yeah. Man, I just wanna be famous. Yeah.
And I'm not playing any more games. Either put me on the charts or I'll put you up in flames. Better recognize art, cause I don't forget names. Should've seen me from the start, coming at you like a train. Think I'm about to fall apart every single fucking day. Seeing all these damn stars with my well-deserved fame. And I spit these gold bars while they spitting out shit. Man, I give this shit hard, but it gives me back pain. I wanna be a spectacle, they skeptical. But man, I got the chemical, exceptional. I do it all intentional, professional. So I can make that decimal incredible. I'm not thinking, man, they're saying that I've gone insane. I'm not ever gonna make it cause the game has changed. I'm not good enough, man, no that's not okay. Tell me that shit again and I'll stop your brain.
I just wanna be the greatest. Yeah. Man, I just wanna be famous. Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Yeah. Man, I just wanna be famous. Yeah.
Now wake up, you got some shit to do. It's 6 a.m., I don't care, you got some shit to prove. Cause right now, you ain't got nothing that big to lose. So get your ass to work and don't you dare hit snooze. Can't stop this, I'm obnoxious. And I'm honest and novice with promise. Made monstrous, I'm conscious, but I'm nauseous. Think I've lost it, I've got it. Spitting all this, still I'm not it. I've got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm all in, ballin' on a budget. Man, you believe it, you can bite these. Keep my head down.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Everybody that stuck around, thank you. To all the new people, thank you for joining us. We are casting the second match of the night. This is Courage GG, who was formerly one of the LSG teams in the past, if you happen to be catching some of our other streams. And they are facing off against E7 Esports, the parent team to E7 Phantoms that we just saw play. We are going to have them playing on Chalet, and Courage is starting on attack. Tonight we have, again, Red Like Ruby with us, and Piercing as well is joining us. He's our newest shoutcaster, along with Zafalu as well. Welcome, Piercing. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm so excited to cast this game today. I think we're going to have a great game. I know E7. I've seen how they play, and I can't wait to see the kind of plays that we're gonna have tonight. I was watching a bit of the last match. Honestly, some wonderful picks. That wallbang third floor that I saw was absolutely terrific, and I can't wait to see similar kinds of plays and strats here on this map as well on Chalet.
All right. Anybody have a prediction for what we're about to see?
I hope we're just gonna see some good siege. I don't really care that much who's gonna win. Esports, E7, I would like to see win. You know, they're good guys, but I just want to see good siege here. That's what we've been seeing tonight already. So I hope we can get a repeat of that, maybe even better, if that's possible.
Absolutely. And honestly, I think for Chalet at least, I'm kind of expecting and excited to see how they shake up the sites. There's, you know, this Chalet's been in the comp rotation for a good while now, and I think there's a lot of ways they can change it up. I've definitely seen some interesting mixes, especially on like basement, which can be a bit harder to defend with the limited reinforcements and just the amount of angles and options the attackers can have, although with limited entries, which defenders can really use to their advantage. So I'm really excited to see how they change things up and keep the attackers on their toes.
Perfect. All right. Well, if you guys don't mind, we're going to go ahead and jump into it.
All right, let's
Wonderful.
go.
I'm all ready. All right.
I think this map is definitely interesting. Chalet, 3 floors, Well, space to get in. Definitely a fun map to play and definitely also to cast. With the basement adding some new stuff into the mix, with the open breach at the side there right next to the bomb. So maybe we can see some play there. The top floor is also very fun to play. It's one of my personal favorite maps. I don't know about you, Piercing.
Oh no, absolutely. It's one of my favorite maps as well. There's just, as long as you get a team that agrees with it, you can really change things up for yourself. And they're gonna start off with a floors ban. I honestly think that's really smart. It makes me think that they're gonna be going for more of a breach denial approach to the wall. I've seen both. They really try to lock up the wall on basement and garage, or what they'll try to do is they'll open up, maybe even put a mirror, which I think might be one of the defender bans coming up. It's often a common ban on Chalet. You can really make good use of her. But yeah, I really think that there's a lot going for this map. I think this is going to be a pretty good game, depending on what kind of compositions we see here today.
Yeah, definitely.
There it is.
Yep, mirror out, but Port Thatcher. Imagine being the guy at Ubisoft that came up with Thatcher.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they could not have foreseen all the balancing changes that came with all the new seasons came in. Thatcher and his role with getting the wall open has been very dramatic, and how they've tried to balance that has been quite the show, at least for me, looking at the patch notes and seeing all the deltas, the play presence, and the ban rates. Is just, Thatcher is what he is. He gets the wall open, and then he does whatever he does, gets the plant down, maybe gets a pick, disables some additional electronics that are on site, like ADSs if he doesn't throw it too far in, or maybe mute jammers.
Yeah, with the high ban rate, I don't think I've seen him in play in any competitive type of environment so
Probably
far.
not. And they're going for a first floor play. I'm actually really excited for that. That was exactly what I was talking about, because there's just so many different ways to approach it. I'm really curious how they're going to set this up to prevent the double window hop-in plant, which a lot of people, at least in ranked, will try to do. Especially since without a proper setup, and a lot of people use the mirror to counter that double, they might just be able to do a hop-in. So I'm really curious to see how they set up to counter that, and counter a push from maybe fireplace lobby, or from kitchen side, or even a top-down approach. There's a lot of angles the attackers have here, but at the end of the day, with how open ended the first floor site is, it can be really easy to lock it up and set up crossfire for the defenders.
Yeah, this is one of my it is not as much played in ranked lobbies, and a lot of the lobbies just I get in. But I do find it very fun to watch him play. It's a very interesting setup, actually.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what their trajectory is. It looks like they're going for a heavy solar side take here with, let's see, one going on repel, getting the pings, trying to set up to, going for a kitchen-sided push. Wondering how they're going to go about the second floor, though, but they're definitely getting their drones in position, getting solar droned out, and droning out the kitchen hall close to site. Not seeing too much conflict yet. Roamers are pretty much not on the attacker's tail, so they're free to push in pretty far in up to this point, confirming that there's no one basement, so now they're not worried about flanks. They got kitchen side, so they don't have to worry about someone possibly dropping hatch into back garage. They pretty much know now that they're all isolated into that general site area, blue stairs. They have a lot to play with here. As far as roaming goes, they've pretty much locked it up now. Few pop shots, but nothing really happening now. Fika going for attempted nade, banks off of the soft breach. Happens all the time, at least for me anyway.
I feel like it might say something about you.
It probably does. Oh, and a flash on Fika. Also feeling that too.
I think he might have gotten a little distracted there. I mean, I don't blame him.
Oh yeah, they got a default shield on blue. See how they go about getting rid of that utility. But they have gotten the flash burn out of the way on the Lamais. They might just be able to... Oh, a few shots going off. Let's see if they can get that shield off without anybody dying in the process. One playing over in the library, watching the double swing. playing a little bit far back. They might be able to get the shield off of that passive play, but we're seeing Alibi get a little bit tagged here, but still nothing too major. Getting a yellow ping on Alibi's location, and Frost fires back, taking out the Twitch. Nice pick on her head with a headshot too. Oh, and Ace is down as well. 30 seconds on the clock, and they're still struggling to really get a good foothold on the site. Hop-in comes in from Fika, taking out the Wamai. Great pick, but they only got 22 seconds on the clock. No vertical and no real pressure on the first floor. So, as far as site goes, they're looking pretty comfy. But Buck is playing off of the Azami. Tries to go for the pick on the defender on the bomb. Doesn't get that pick. Gets smoked off. Only 8 seconds on the clock. And they're now getting picked off. Alibi getting the pick on True. And Finka getting the pick, getting the refrag. Yana going for the plant. And she gets the plant down. It is now only up to Frost to stop the from the attackers from securing this round. Oh, he sees Finka. Knocks her out. Now it's a 1v1 with 35 seconds on the clock. Diana going for the hop out, hoping that she can bait the defuse off of Frost, but Frost has plenty of time to turn this around. She knows that Yana might be outside, and she's adjusting herself, positioning herself accordingly. But she's running out of time with 17 seconds on the clock. Yana holding close to the window. She's got to figure out something fast. She might go for the hop out, but she doesn't know exactly where she is. There's only 10 seconds on the clock. She goes for a fake, but Yana goes for the swing. She's about to hop out. Maybe. Oh, 3 seconds on the clock. You got to do something. But it doesn't matter. Yana finishes Frost off for a round win on the attacker's side. Nicely done. Playing it safe. Waiting for the Frost to hop out. I will admit it was a little bit scary how she was peeking. She tried to peek the double when Frost was going for the fake. How she tried to fake it with the timing it was a little bit too fast. You can kind of tell, but I see where she was going for, and it seemed to be enough to fool Yana. She did try to swing the double, but you know, the shots just weren't connecting in Frost's favor, so they still got it. Excellent.
That was a crazy round. You know, last 40 seconds, I think we saw 7, 8 picks. I lost count. It was going left and right. People were dying. Oh, yeah, and then with the last second plant, basically, getting it down, and then playing off the window, just getting the patience in, playing their position right. So they were in control, so they played it as best as they could. That was wow. I'm at a loss for words. That was crazy to watch.
I agree. The attackers did a really good job of getting that pressure in and getting those picks, starting off a chain of reaction, allowing Diana to plant down. That was huge. Now we're gonna see how the defenders will play that differently, considering they did do a good job stalling for time and getting some good initial picks, with the Frost getting the kill on Twitch, but it just wasn't enough. Let's see how they hold this differently to prevent a similar type of execute.
Yeah, I think the defense was so close to just playing it out on the time. I think they were mere seconds away from just winning on time and having the advantage there. So the attackers here do have to take a little bit more aggression or get a little bit quicker in there to get the placements, to get the position and to get control over side. Otherwise, they might run out of time if E7 now knows what to expect here.
One thing I will find that I do find quite interesting about that round is the fact that once it started coming towards the end of the round, everyone was pretty much sitting pretty in sight, where there was a lot of lines of sight. Now, usually that's not a bad idea, you know, a minute 30 or less in a round, you want to start moving back into sight, but with more open sights like that, I get a little bit jittery, especially when you're not 100% sure where they're coming from, and there's just all those different angles that you set up to contest the defenders or the attackers, and now they're using that against you. I usually like to have one person that's kind of hovering around the site just to be able to, you know, swing and flank and contest anyone who's trying to set up a crossfire, try to break that up as they go for the execute. Well, I think it looks like she's throwing in an nade, trying to get rid of that shield early in the round, as that did cause them a little bit of a problem on the last round, which I can't even tell if they had a shield, but if they did, I'm certain it's down at this point, which is going to be really helpful. I think there was a
shield up there. They did run it out there.
Yeah. Ace is going to throw one of his breaches to get rid of the util, and Bug is getting an initial pick on the Alibi, which last time Alibi got a good pick. Twitch pushing in, gets the hit on Wamai on the blue stairs. Excellent pick. Now they're looking really good, looking like it's going to be another situation like before, and Ace gets the pick on the Frost as well. This is not looking good. They've got a minute and 5 seconds. Defenders are going to... Oh, smoking for using the SMG9. I never noticed that. Interesting. But yeah, they've got 55 seconds on the clock. The attackers can take their time. It's a 5v2. They got the defenders got to get aggressive, and Renee's gonna do that, getting a pick over on Twitch. If they can get a few more picks like that, they can even the numbers, and hopefully, yeah, but there it is. Renee with another pick, but Yana's gonna get another pick, and she had another one, getting a take for another round with the attackers.
This is some high octane gaming, and I'm having trouble keeping up. I don't know how you do it, Piercing, but it is crazy. The shots left and right, trades. Courage taking 2 rounds though in a row. Esports being on the back foot here. E7. So maybe they can take a round now. Are they still trying the same objective? I think
they are switching objectives. They're going down the kitchen side.
Alright, so picking a different objective, maybe getting a change of phase here to maybe get a different position if the one they picked originally isn't working. To lose it 2 times in a row, you might have to swap it up every now and then.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not too sure about the kitchen side choice, if I'm being 100% honest, because those sites do need good extensions, and you need to hold those out for a good while, because if you lose that, they have everything needed to really hit you out, especially with how open the more first floor sites are going to be, and they have to be because of how many more angles that they have to worry about, where if you're on like a top floor site or a basement site, you pretty much have everything locked in by like hard walls and all kinds of stuff. Here, not so much. There's a lot more open walls and lines of sight, windows, entries to worry about. So honestly, if they're looking to, you know, anchor up towards the a minute to around minute 30, I would say they should have gone for third floor, second floor or basement, but that's just me. All right, Yana's going in, trying to get control of library. Buck is checking out the pool to make sure it's clear. Not looking like anybody's there. Probably could have used a drone just to save her time, but no one's there, so it's pretty consequence-free. And Yana's already getting control of the mezzanine bout, which is really good, really fast pace here. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and they've got control of pretty much what they need. They've got electricity on the office wall, so they might be able to majorly stall here, because all they have is an ace, but they do have a Bug, Fink, and Iana, all capable of getting from below, but that's the vert to get that is pretty much around close to where sight is, so not sure where the vert is to hit that. They might be able to hit it from fireplace, but my memory is a little jogged here.
Yeah, I want to circle back a little bit to the sites they're picking. This might be a shout in the dark, but what each of them might be doing is picking the off-meta sites to maybe get an advantage on them by not playing the sites that are like more common, generally used. That they might catch them off guard, but it doesn't seem to be working for Courage. Those keep taking the rounds here.
No, it could be working, and it does work. Those extensions are really making a play there. That fireplace play was massive, getting 2 picks over on the kitchen to execute, pretty much finishing any kind of attempt to get control of the dining side in order to get a plant down. That was a complete shutdown. Well played on the roamers there. And that's going to give a round for E7.
Yeah, hopefully that can put them back in the game, and by giving them 1 round, can maybe give them momentum and stop Courage from taking too much in a row.
It's definitely
it's hopefully a momentum break, and they can take the attack now and take control of the game, because they do need to get back in there if they want to keep fighting for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Getting a round back from Courage GG is definitely going to be a momentum break, because it did look like they were building up some momentum, getting some early picks as well, but they were able to shut that down. They're going to reinforce the wall that's usually used as a head height or even prone holes, so I'm wondering how they're going to play around that. Or maybe that was a mistake. They could have reinforced the wrong wall. I'm not really too sure, but either way, you don't see that every day. I'm more used to seeing the left side reinforced, have someone play like deep into office square, and just swing off of the half walls to help, or the head height holes or the prone holes to help contest the blue hole take second floor, or the or any players swinging from the mezzanine double.
Yeah, what they might do here though, because they had trouble with the longer sidelines on the first objective they picked, make it a little bit closed off, having them a little bit more cover so they can hold their angles a little better, not get too much crossfire. Just trying to adapt to what Courage is pushing onto them here.
Yeah, that's fair. That could help allow them to stay closer and not have to worry worry about their angles backfiring. They still have the foothold. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I could have sworn it was the left side, but either way, they got the foothold, so they've got a way to contest the blue hall. They got a way to contest the mezzanine, and hopefully that'll play in their favor. But it doesn't look like there's anyone in office, so that might have been for waste. Yeah, there's nobody really playing in office. One thing you gotta know. Oh, and Twitch is now getting a pick on the good early pick. A minute into the round. That is really good for the attackers and not so good for the defenders. Usually, there really shouldn't be too many picks going off a minute into the round, but, you know, when you're trying to really set yourself down on where the attackers are playing off of, sometimes, you know, you just get caught with your pants down as a roamer, trying to, you know, figure out where they're going to play and adjusting. Happens to the best of us. But looks like Zofia is got picked off earlier as well. And another pick from Twitch, who's doing really well, taking out the castle. It is now a 4v3, a minute and 20 seconds into the round.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Yeah, getting those early picks can be really detrimental because it puts you at the back feet with the number advantage.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job even out the numbers with Alibi getting another pick on Twitch, and now it is a 1v3. And Iana's all the way back in Library Hallway. But she's got 55 seconds on the clock. She can turn this around if she can get some of these picks. Yep, one person swings. That's one pick. Oh, but if he watched that rotate a little bit further out, might have been able to even it out into a 1v1. Good pick on a Wamai, though, I must say. Nailing it right on the head. Not bad. But, you know, it's just, it happens, you know? Turned it into a 1v3.
E7 just not letting Courage walk away here. Like, okay, we gave you 2 rounds, now it's our turn. So maybe we see E7 snowball here. Maybe Courage is gonna answer again with they might let them know we're not out of the game yet. We're here to fight. We're here to wear for blood. And that's what we have definitely seen. A lot of players going for blood, getting those just dirty shots. Like, it is insane to see. It's some really high level gameplay here.
Yeah, no one's out of the game at this point. It's anyone's game. I would say Chalet is generally a pretty balanced map as far as attack defender. Defenders, I believe, win a little bit more often than attackers, but still pretty balanced map. It's anyone's game. It's 2-2. E7's getting a taste of that momentum, and we'll see how far they carry it, because Courage could do the same, or same thing could happen as before, where, you know, two rounds won in a row, and then just a shutdown, and it could just be kind of cyclic. 2 in, and then 2 out. 2 in, 2 out. Leading to a 6-6, but who knows? Like I said, it is a very, you know, even map, I would say, as far as attacker defender. So it's really anyone's game. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, I feel like stamina and mental game is gonna be important at this one. Seeing as like losing 2 rounds can fuck you up, winning 2 rounds can put you back in there. Maybe they might call it timeout soon to get the on either side to get the game back, depending on who wins this. Because trading 1 round at a time is manageable. You know, you get a round, you win it, you feel good. You lose 1, okay, get it back together. But losing 2 rounds just it can hurt. It can hurt, especially if it is more than 2 rounds. It just gets in your head. You get frustrated. You get mad, and that's when it starts going down. So I hope they can keep it together and hope they can keep this level up and keep their stamina up to keep winning the fights.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. So a few shots coming out, but it's looking pretty slow right now. They're trying to get control of the basement. Twitch pre-firing. Seems like she's worried about somebody over in basement. Maybe they could call someone over to drone over, get that cleared out real quick, because right now that's just kind of stalling for time, really. Pointing out the prone holes with the yellow ping, and Ace is now going for the office wall. Minute and 35 seconds left in the round. They went bar again, and yeah, it's looking pretty slow right now. Moving the shield over to mezzanine, which could be really huge for blocking them out, but Twitch has already gotten a pick on a Rooney, so it's now looking at a 5v4, but time's still on their in their favor, and they really don't have much control other than Blue Hall as far as site executions. Not seeing too much presence over in Fireplace Hall or Fireplace First Floor, but the Blue Hall or Blue Stairs Wamai is going to take a few hits over on the clock, but it's not going to be able to see a pick and is going to fall back into sight. About 55 seconds now left into the round, and it's looking like with the 5v4, they are now getting control of Library, Blue Stairs. We might see another repeat of what was happening before. Oh, but there's one in Library. He gets the pick, Alibi, but Finka gets the refrag. Now 40 seconds on the clock, having the vert control, so now that shield's pretty much rendered useless with the height advantage. 35 seconds on the clock, and it's getting time to execute. It is a 4v3. Finkaboo's coming out. And with that, Giannis getting a pick over on, or getting another pick, and another pick. It's now a 4v1. They've completely lost control. And where is Frost? Oh, there she is, getting another pick, but Finka gets a refrag, and that's going to be another round for Courage GG. They really got those execute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really got the execute down over on the first floor. My call, I would just avoid it, you know, because once they just fall back on the site, it's just all those lines of sight they got set up just goes right against them, and it's just pick after pick after pick, you know, with the trades and just the execute. I do like how Frost was playing a bit off site, in order to help contest the angles, but it just she wasn't able to do what she needed to you know, break those crossfires, break those angles, to allow the rest of her team to get some breathing space. It just wasn't there, and they bit the bullet literally.
Yeah, I'm interested. It's interesting that the one objective they keep losing is the same one. Like they've tried 3 times and lost every time. So why aren't they going basement? Why are they not trying to swap it up? We haven't seen basement at all yet. While they have been on the back foot on this objective like all the time. So I don't know. I hope we can see a basement here for Chevron on defense.
Possibly, yeah. I think one of the big things that really plays into people or hesitation into playing basement, at least on comp, is just the fact that, you know, any kind of setup that you have is going to be highly based off of what operators you actually bring. There's not a whole lot you can do to change up like the reinforcement and the actual like construction of the defense from a, you know, reinforcement and secondary util. It's pretty much the same. You put some kind of, you know, detection on Blue Stairs, on West Main. You know, you probably electrify the back wall, electrify the main garage. Hope you get that denied for at least a good while, maybe a minute, 30 seconds. And if not, you know, maybe have some line of sight set up so they can't just walk in and plant. And even then, you know, you still got to worry about vert, which can pretty much shut down any tricking that the defenders try to do. So I mean, unless you really have something elaborate set up, I can really understand. It's tough. It can really be tough. And this time they do have someone holding on to prone holes over in office, holding a little bit towards the back, but they are not giving the attackers any chance to hop in, which is good. Ace taking shots, but no damage and no picks. Well, except for Alibi taking a little bit of a hot shot. An Alibi swings on the door. Doesn't really get anything here, but she tries to back up and gets picked by the Yana. Really good holding on angle on the window. That's gonna be a really good pick. And now there's no one prone to contest the Blue Hall. They're gonna be able to move up from there. And Ace getting the wall. He might be able to walk in. He walks in on the half wall. If they have this the proper angle set up, the attackers, they may be ready for a plant real soon. 1:18 on the clock. They've got plenty of time. Oh, but Ace looked away, and he gets picked over from Piano Bookshelf side. And Twitch is still outside. They didn't have the proper setup in order to execute. Now turning it to a 2v3. That will 1v3. Attackers just really lost it there. 1 minute on the clock. Twitch has still got time, but she's not even inside the building. They can hear every footstep that she makes as she tries to make her way in and just swing from any known or any unknown angle possible. This is not looking good. 45 seconds on the clock. She might be able to make something work, but she's got to move fast. It's gonna be a tough one. Just looks like the angles and the cutoffs just weren't there for the execute. Otherwise, Ace might have been able to plant, especially since they have. Oh wait, I'm so dumb. They're not even second floor.
No,
forgive
we
me
also
for that.
saw a team kill. I don't think you caught that, but Courage had a team kill coming out. So they lost the player to their own bullet.
Yeah, I can see that. They were playing very close to off of each other. 12 seconds on the clock. Gonna try to make a play here, but there's not too much you can do. You know, Cade gets picked.
Courage was there. They had the position. They were in a good position, and then it just fell apart. They got picked off. They killed each other, and then it's over. Then 1v3. What do you do? There's not much you can do at that point anymore.
Yeah. All right, and now we're going to be switching sides with E7 on the attack and Courage GG on the defense. It is going to be looking at a 3-3 split. We might be looking at an OT here because it's really anyone's game here, you know. Both teams are playing really well, getting their picks, getting the executes, you know, and their shutdowns respectively. Who knows? It can go either way at this point. You know, we've got and Kaba, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Kabuza, yeah, Kabuza going 9-4, going absolutely crazy. And then we've also got some pretty even players over on E7. Consistent 7-4, 6-4, 6-4, Uprise, Wolf, and Astro. They're playing pretty well. It's looking like a really balanced game as far as performance goes on the attackers. It's really anyone's game. I'll say that a million times over.
Yeah, Kabuza having 9 kills, he's just clicking heads again, just finding those picks, getting the kills he needs. So hopefully he can continue that trend to get the kills he needs to win the round.
All right, now this time they are going to be going second floor here, and they are running a mute, which can work for stalling for time. I usually use it more for intel, just because. Fun fact: if you have 2 or more walls and you place them towards the center, on the corners of the walls, you can actually still breach it even with a mute jammer. So Malusi going for a few pre-fire shots West Main and rotating all the way up. But with the drone, they know that she's not putting any pressure on West Main. They can just push right up. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, and they're still making their way onto site, or making their way into the building, which is perfectly fine, you know? It's the first minute of the round, making sure you get your entry in, but Finka's gonna take heavy damage trying to make her way up from West Main's gonna back up over into Car Garage, wait for some more backup so she doesn't get initial picked, or she's gonna rotate all the way out, try to reorganize with the rest of the team. Zofia getting a good pick over on Alibi, huge pick this early into the round. And here comes Iana coming into drone site. Zofia going for a few pre-fires, never hurts, you know, help back off defenders, keep things a little bit safe. But yeah, they've got dining control, they've got trophy, West Main, they know it's all clear. And yeah, Iana's gonna hop in to help assist with the team, hold the angles, and drone out as needed. Now we see Zofia's pushing up solo, which is pretty much given for free. No one able to contest. Once goes to the bathroom door, gets the pick, or Zofia getting the pick on the mute, and it is now a 2v5 with Ace getting another pick and one more pick as well. Just one on the bookshelves holding the shot, but that might not be enough, especially Zofia plays it safe. He goes for the swing, and the prone works and knocks out Smoke. It's now a 1v5, but it doesn't matter. Zofia's on a tear, knocking him out for a flawless round. Excellent plays from the attackers.
Flawless round and 4 kills from just Tapir alone with a quad kill. Just getting in there, getting the shots, just clicking heads once again.
Those
what
entries,
else is there more
man.
to say?
Those entries, they can make or break a team half the time. And Zofia really made it for the team.
Yeah, trading rounds once again. Esports in the lead for the first time this game. So is E7 gonna take it away or?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
That's what I'm curious to see. Where
And now
we're gonna go.
we got Courage doing their own take on first floor. We see the top blue shield as a default. Let's see what else they do to try to spice things up. Let's see if they'll meet a similar fate to E7 when they try to defend, or if they might be able to do something differently, such that the attackers are not going to be able to get in and get a plant. which my recommendation being, you know, extending out and taking advantage of those angles and not letting them, letting the attackers collapse onto the anchors on site and try to establish some crossfires. But we'll see, we'll see.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Not too sure about the alibi though. Maybe if it's covered up by the couches, which it doesn't look like it is. I mean, it's good for the for knowing that someone's outside fireplace. That's a shooting down that double hallway is a common free fire spot when opening up the barricade, and that could give a ping of not only who the attacker is, but also that someone's actually there. So that can't come in handy, but I mean, honestly, that's kind of the main purpose of alibis anyway. Put him in common free fire spots, and Iana is gonna get an early pick on a zombie. 2 minutes and 30 seconds into, or 30 seconds into the round. She hasn't even used all of her utility. She probably maybe used 1 or 2 Kibas. That's gonna be to a huge detriment to the defenders. And see, there's that alibi ping right there. They now know that they have an Iana over at Fireplace, so they already knew that it was Iana based off the early pick with a zombie. Yeah, that's gonna be really huge. That's a loss of intel for the defenders, which usually how it works with defenders, you know, they play intel down, and the attackers have to worry about losing their intel. But Zombie, she has active util that regenerates as the round goes on, so that's a loss of intel for the defenders. And they've got bottom pellets going out over for the top of breach, but I don't think they can actually see off of that, unless they're standing off the desk, which would give them a really good line of sight. Finka going in with the grenade, trying to take out the shield. 1 minute and 35 seconds left on the clock. They've got plenty of time. Defenders are starting to anchor on site, but they got a Frost who's playing off site over in blue. Hopefully she'll be able to make a play and help cut them off, as well as a Wamai playing over in Fireplace. This could do the team really well. Wamai trying to impact the hatch.
I feel like that was a lot of inputs there. He might have been trying to get through the hatch, missed it, and then accidentally threw it into.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter anyway. Why is gonna get a pick on Iana? That's gonna help them out. Sophia's going for a play going up the Fireplace. Dancing out the Wamai. It doesn't work. The Wamai knew she was coming and picks him off. Alibi getting another pick as well. It's now a 4v2. 55 seconds left on the clock. Can the attackers turn this around? Maybe not, because defender on a bomb gets another pick with line the last one on the board. 45 seconds left on the clock. Can he make something happen here? We'll just have to see and find out how he handles this situation. He's got no drones. He's got no flashbangs. He's just going to have to push on in and see what he can do. Oh, but if he pushes up that double, he's going to get picked off. There's one right there. Oh, but Lamai wasn't watching. Gets the pick on the Frost. It's a 2v1. 30 seconds on the clock. They might be able to, Lion might just be able to bring this back. There goes the smoke hamsters. He's still got one more left, and he's gonna throw that out over into Bar. 18 seconds left on the clock. If he pushes out this person over in connector, he might have a good chance on this. He knows he's over there, but he gets picked by the smoke over on the rotate. Good try, and that's gonna be a round for Courage GG, man. Wow, Lion getting some really good picks over on blue and on the hall. Not really sure what Alibi was watching. Maybe some misintel? Or just a bad call out, or maybe just bad hearing. I know the audio can be really weird at times, but either way, good try on Lion, but it's not gonna matter. You know, they still get the it's not gonna matter. GG's or Courage GG's still gonna take the rounds.
Yeah, tying it back up for 4v4. Some crazy picks. 1v4 situation. Courage just taking the advantage there over E7. Probably because of those early picks, it is so important to get it there first, get the first kill, get the numbers, because once you can like get the flanks up, thin down their numbers, you just can keep going and keep training of players at that point.
Yeah, for sure. And the defenders really being able to hold out on their extended angles was a huge detriment to the defenders. When they tried to push them out from blue, it didn't work. Sophia getting stomped by the Wamai, and Frost being able to get some work in as well, helping to put pressure on the attackers as they're trying to go for an execute. That's exactly what you want to look for when you're going for contesting on first floor. You have to play a bit off-site to help contest those angles, because there's just so much to watch for. If you just anchor on site, you're going to get squished in and you're going to collapse. And her GG knows this and is able to play really well to win that last round.
Yeah, I think they might have practiced that objective a lot because they knew what they were doing both attack and defense now. So just lethal there.
Yeah, for sure. It's really important to know your angles there and know what you gotta watch out for and how to mitigate the attacker's ability to collapse. That's really what it's all about. Using those extra angles and lines of sight to your advantage, as well as your ability to constantly form and reform crossfires, as well as playing off site to, you know, break the attacker's pressure. That's really what it's all about there.
We see some ones coming out trying to get that intel they need to get in there.
Ooh, might get an early breach on the dining though, but then again, they might have looks like they have a setup where that doesn't really matter. Or maybe not. Yeah, they had a Cade and all the Cade charges are gone. Looks like the Twitch doing work getting rid of those charges. And yeah, they got a shield looking out on breach, but there's very few on site with smoke playing close to bomb. But that's about it. Breach on hatch going down as well, but we're gonna be getting an early pick on Iana. 1 minute and 25 seconds on the clock. They got plenty of time here to turn this around. That early pick is definitely not gonna help anything for the attackers here. Iana going to take down the shield, breaks the shield, and now it has control of dining. They might be able to go for an execute here as long as they have the proper intel in the positions here. Then again, Therm's above with the grenade or with the plant. That's not the best. That's not the best way to plan, is going for a hatch drop unless they really push the defenders far back in this last minute of the round. Smokes are going out from Twitch. Looks like they may be getting ready for an execute soon. From top shots coming out. One's close to the half wall. No tags though, but an active ping on their location. They know that they're still on a corner. Maybe they can nade them out. 45 seconds left on the clock. Cade gets picked off by the Lion, which might actually be huge. And Finka getting another pick as well, but then Malusi gets another pick, and then Finka picks off another. It's a 2v2 now. They've evened out the numbers. They got 30 seconds left on the clock. Trade after trade after trade, man. Good stuff. And then Malusi popping off, getting another pick, but the Lion comes out with a refrag. 15 seconds left on the clock. It's now a 1v1.
15 seconds left.
But Malusi's playing off. Let's see if he can pick some off, and she does. Malusi playing out of the breach, plays in her favor. Lion had no idea where she was, and gets a good pick right there, ending another round in favor of the defenders. It is now 5-4.
They just keep trading 1 or 2 rounds at a time. Nobody being really dominant here so far. Courage in the lead again, but that doesn't mean much so far. So it's a hard guess who's gonna win this. I feel like this is anybody's game, and I feel like it's gonna be coming down to the last round.
Absolutely, and for that, I just say sit back and relax. It's still anyone's game. 5-4, and now we are heading over to. I need to be more attention to sites. Looks like a master bedroom here.
I'm having trouble relaxing. It is crazy. Just the amount of picks, the amount of crazy plays here. I'm on the edge of my seat. There's no relaxing on my side here. I don't know how you can do that.
Honestly, I just think of it like it's just therapeutic, you know, just seeing those refrags one after another. It's like watching art unfold the way that nature is intended. Watching these absolute beasts going at it with each other. You know, it's like watching two predators, you know, fighting it out for territory. It's all natural out here, baby, out in the wild.
You could say there are a bunch of lions.
Oh yeah, a lot of lions out in these prairies. Alright, coming out with an early lion scan. Not exactly sure what that was going for. Maybe trying to get a feel for where the mezzanine and library players are to help out the sledge and those over on library side to push them out. But they are getting an active ping. They're trying to nade them out. But pings are coming out. Might be able to get a pick here. But Iana's playing it slow, trying to save her nades. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. You got plenty of time. They got plenty of intel. They might be able to pull this off. And there it is. A wonderful nade from Iana taking out the Wamai. So patient. That, my friends, is how you go about nading from below. Waiting for the intel to come out and having two people constantly zipping, helping her to narrow down in a general range that's enough for it to be lethal, to find where to nade the Wamai out. That is exactly how you handle that situation, and it was handled perfectly. And she still got one more nade on the board, along with Sledge and Finka. It could be a bloodbath here, now being a 4v5. Here comes another nade from Sledge, trying to take out anyone who may be on half wall, but no, nothing there. Now they know half wall is clear. Maybe going for another one, just in case someone moved in to the half wall for a little aggro play, but nothing still there. Ace now getting the wall for the office. 120 seconds left on the clock. They still got one person below, but it looks like that person's gonna get flushed out by Sledge, and it's now just the anchors with one in piano, one over by bookshelves, and one over bedroom side. 110 left on the clock. It's gonna be a tough take. Finka tries, they try to throw a Gon 6, it didn't work, but now they got the shield over on bookshelves. They still got a shield over on piano side to worry about. Smokes are going out, but there's only one smoke left and 55 seconds on the clock. They're not going to be able to use their smokes to really hold them off, especially to start putting pressure on piano. They're going to have to use that to get rid of, or he's going to have to use that smoke to hang onto that shield. But it may not even matter at this point. Or maybe, yeah, with Lion getting another pick on the smoke. Now the piano's not even an issue. They're pretty much ready to go as far as executes go. Iana getting another pick, now down to a 1v5. Jim need to make something happen, but with so many crossfires, I don't think so. And it's another flawless round for E7 Esports. Very well played with the crossfires and the angles, the grenades, just how the utility was used. Textbook perfect round for E7. I agree, flawless round. Great executes on everyone who was playing, or who was playing site, off site, roam clear. It just all came together. Brilliant round. And what?
Yeah, E7 just saying, we're not done yet, we're here to fight, and we're fighting hard. With those nades through the floor, just popping through, letting Courage know, okay, we might have given you another round again, but we're not done, we're back, we're fighting. Just crazy gameplay on both sides. E7 taking a round there though, but I'm just enjoying the show. I don't have much more to say at this point. It is just beautiful to watch this.
Absolutely, that's all you can do. Just enjoy the fireworks, watching as everyone just pops off, making things happen. And now we're seeing them go back to bar. Hopefully this time they can get more use out of Zombie's utility. The early pick was really devastating with the lack of angles they were able to set up. But let's see what more we can do this time. As the round now starts into the action phase.
Attacker's objective is to defuse.
We're going to see generally the same setups, though. Lion, Finka, Sledge, Hibana, Yana. Well, switching out the Yana, or the Ace for the, or Hibana, but same thing for the defenders, too. Same comp, Smoke, Azami, Frost, Alibi, Wamai. So let's see how they play this differently. Just have to see. Wait and find out. Oh, early nade coming out from the Sledge. Oh, never mind. But he's definitely looking to nade from below. They already got into. They might go to another early pick. Whoa, Smoke.
Sliver of health left.
Yep, Smoke, but no cigar. Knocking him down to 5 HP, but that ain't gonna be enough. I think Finka knows something close by. Or not. Alibi getting the pick and now retaking Solarium and Master Side for herself. That is gonna be a bit of an ouch, because you know, Finka's really good for really saving people when they're, you know, holding their angles and they get down, but now they don't have that. That can really make a negative impact on the execute. And Wamai now getting a pick over on the Iana. It's now a 5v3. These early picks are going to really do Courage GG well, and it's now a 5v2 with Alibi getting a pick. Everybody getting their ones on the defender side and winning it out. They got, but the attackers do have 140 seconds left on the round. It is not over. With Lion, of course, getting a pick, a refrag on a Wamai. Like I said, there's still time to figure this out and square it away for the attackers, but Alibi getting another pick. It's now a 4v1. Lion still got plenty of time. I'd say it's still anyone's game, but it's gonna be close. Can Lion make some nasty picks like he did that one round and this time close it out? It's a lot like last time, you know, in a 1v4 situation. But let's see how we can maybe play this out differently and give us a clutch round for all to witness and appreciate.
Yeah, Uprise being an absolute monster with his line. There we go again. I
absolute monster.
He has no chill. He just keeps going in there, finding the. Oh! I was hoping so hard. Could have, if he had ace, that would have been beautiful.
Oh yeah, I was hoping, but the second he walked past the blue, I knew it was kind of doomed. Because even as he got to pick on smoke, unless he just did a 180 flick on the blue, and just knew that he was there, like some ultra game sense type of stuff, it was a done deal. You know, because that refrag would have been, you know, as clean as walk up, do a little turn to the right, and boom, over. But honestly, I love the aggressive play. Lion doing exactly what you should do in a clutch situation, taking those ones and really getting aggressive and forcing those chokes out of the defenders. That's exactly what you got to do, turn around. But once again, it's just not going to be enough. It comes down to the 1v2 and just can't finish it out. But I mean, it's tough. It's really tough. You're not meant to win, though. Statistically speaking, if I recall correctly, because I remember there was, I think it was on Metafy, there was a stat about this. Like, the chances of winning a 1v4 is like, or the average amount of people win like a 1v4 is like 2-3%. It's not good. It's a very small percent. Like, it's, it's like, yeah, it's like, I believe it's like logarithmic. You know, it's just the chances just exponentially decrease, and as it approaches, like pretty much no chance at all.
Yeah.
Look at me speaking math. But yeah, we're gonna see them going back to first floor over on kitchen. Now winning bar. GG has a chance to win this out or go into OT. It's looking really close. Will E7 be able to pull out an overtime, or is it going to be a good game right then and there, closing out for this game? We'll have to see.
Yeah, if we look at the scoreboard, actually at the operators, Astro online this time, and Uprising on Ying. I think that's a swap we haven't seen yet so far.
No,
so that's gonna be interesting. Uprising with 14-7, Astro with 11-7, just going double digits. Tapir and Wolf both having 7-7 kills. Flame having 3 kills, but on that Finka all the time. Probably being a big support here to the team. Well, on Courage, we have Kabuja with 10 and 9 kills. Sherva with 11 kills. True with 7. Tsunami with 5. And Quintero with 3. A little bit more spread out, but just absolute monsters of players.
Yeah, the stars are definitely starting to show their colors. Ooh, and Finka trying to get the pick on the hole, but just can't quite get it as the Alibi is able to walk away scot-free. Not even a hit, unfortunate. With 1 minute 35 seconds left on the clock, it is now a 3v4. Courage on the 3, and E7 on the 4. But it's 125, anything can still happen. Alibi getting a pick, it's now down to the 3v3. Alibi's maybe trying to contest a window, try to get another pick here. But the Finka knows that Alibi is close by. Maybe trying to switch to another window. Yep, go to another window, see if he can get another pick. Lion comes out, but it's looking like not much is going to happen here. I don't think Finka really knows where Alibi is. She might be able to go for a swing, but she's going to back off. There's now a minute left on the clock, and everyone's now rendezvousing up for vertical. Maybe try to get another pick here. Smokes are going to start to come out. The wall is going to get broken over in office. They're still checking for office, so it doesn't seem like they know if it's clear or not. Gilliping might be going out for the drone, but they gotta hurry up. They got 45 seconds left. They gotta get ready to execute soon. Smoke has 2 canisters, and there's 40 seconds left. They gotta figure something out faster. Smoke's just gonna be able to cut off those angles, and the defenders have all the crossfires in the world. Hatch is gonna go down off of Thermite. They may be going for a hatch drop. Finka getting a boost, and now 25 seconds on the clock. We're gonna have to just see how they play us here. Defenders are now, one defender rotating over to the dining side. The line scan's going down, flashes himself, and is trying to go for the trophy. Gets tagged, but takes out Zerva. There's now 12 seconds left on the clock. Are they gonna be able to finish out with an execute? Oh, but the planter gets knocked out. Line's gonna have to hop over and get the diffuser, but the support gets knocked down, but they're able to go up with the res on the Finka. The plant's going down. Smoke is going to have to really come up with something to finish this round out, and they're going to be able to get the plant down. Both of them are in dining, though. Now Lion is down, and there's no more Finka stems, so they're not going to be able to get him back up. Smoke might be able to win this. It's going to be a real close round here. They're both stuck in kitchen, and Smoke knows that. Or maybe not. He's looking around, trying to watch her west main. Finka's got to be really careful here. She can get picked off of the door. She plays this right, and he does. He gets the pick, and that is it. It's game 4. Courage GG. Well played on the pick for Finka. And that's going to be a wrap for us, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a great match.
That that's all I can say.
You had a loss for words?
I am lost. That the last second plant and Smoke, who has been bottom fragging this game, coming through and clutching the 1v2, defusing plant just in time. That just what a comeback. They were trading rounds the entire game. There was no, I don't think there was ever a clear winner, even to the last second. I think it came down to the last 10 seconds here of who was going to win this game.
Absolutely.
And Courage taking it away with absolute amazing gameplay, but just I'm at a loss for words. Piercing, help me out there.
Honestly, I think it was absolutely wonderful how they played that out. It's pretty much textbook Siege, even up in the highest level echelons. That's exactly how everything's going to go. Clear out the roamers, get out those executes, 1-for-1 rapid fire trades, super fast paced, good plays all around. We've seen some retakes. We've seen some, we didn't see too many 1vx clutches, but we definitely seen some high caliber plays from some of the entries and some of the roamers. It was honestly just a wonder to watch. That kind of aggression. Droning was a little bit sus on some parts, on both teams, but regardless, the ability of them to really get down to the execute and really turn it around at any point of the round. Like, even in the most dire situations, you know, like at one point I believe there was a 4v2 and defenders were able to turn it around and still win even with those kind of odds. It was anyone's game, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think we had any point in the game where we said, oh, these are gonna win this one. Maybe in the 5v1s, or close to that, where we might have seen get a little confident about who might take the round. But then it's still unsure. These players can are just crazy and be able to come out of nowhere and just get like 3, 4, 5 kills in 1 or 2 rounds. So it's just waiting to see. You only know when you who won when you see who won the round. There's no predicting these players. It is such high level, such amazing to watch. I was just, it's an art form. I was just enjoying myself. Yeah. I don't know what to say anymore. It is crazy.
I concur, good fellow. It was definitely a clash of titans, if you will. And everyone really played their part there, honestly.
A clash of titans, but also a clash of artists. These players, it's almost an art form in how they play, how they get their strategies down, and just teasing the clock every time,
right?
With not much time left.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, that's really what I think is the beauty of Chalet. It's on that map, it can really go either way. You know, we saw a 3-3 split, both defenders and attackers, both teams being able to get 3 rounds on attack and defense, and pretty similar results on the swap, you know, except for the round differences that was able to make up the game. But yeah, I mean, they both knew their attacks, they both knew their defenses. A lot of first floor play, which I was pleasantly surprised by. But then again, that could just be how Chalet just played on a higher level, you know? But I nevertheless thought that was absolutely wonderful. The first floor plays, and surprisingly the lack of basement play. But I think that's just more of a testament to how basement sites really have changed in Siege, because before they were always so small and so cluttered, and it was just impossible to ever just get your foot into the ground, really twist into the dirt. But now you're seeing whichever team's defending not really playing basement all that much, and it shows how these reworks have really impacted how people are playing these maps, and it's the fact that first floor is being played so much often, which on most maps can often be anyone's game when you play first floor. I think that makes a lot of sense that in that case that the attacker defender win rates would be more balanced to where we saw the kind of, you know, round swaps that we were having that game. Absolutely terrific.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed that we don't see more basement plays, honestly. I love the basement. I love attacking it. I love defending it. And I really love watching people attack and defend it from the caster's perspective. But yeah, I mean, like you said, you just really don't see it a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basement is definitely a favorite of mine when it comes to playing or watching. But it, like you said, it does make sense from a competitive standpoint that it is like hard to defend or hard to play at times. So it might not be the most spectacle map, but it is maybe the better competitive pick to just ignore the basement there.
Right. All right, everybody. Well, that was Courage GG versus E7 Esports. And again, this is a new league to PC called the Inferno League. They've already been established on console, but, you know, who cares about that? We're just worried about PC. So make sure you check us out. We're going to be casting them a lot. We've got several other projects and a lot of much bigger leagues that we're talking to and that we'll be casting for Valorant, what was that other one? Rocket League and Siege as well. We're just waiting to work on some things and hear back from a couple of people. So again, make sure you smash that follow button. If you're feeling really generous and want to help us out, there's a sub button as well. We would really appreciate it, but it's by no means necessary. But yeah, again, make sure you hit the follow button, turn on notifications, because we are going to be casting a hell of a lot more than we have been the last month and a half. So stick around, hang out, and have fun. Anybody else have anything else?
No, I mean,
No.
Honestly, other than the fact that it was a pleasure being here for my first cast, I had a blast, you know, hanging with Red, hanging with you, and just, you know, getting to really experience some good gameplay here. I had a good time, and I look forward to casting you again, and thank you everyone for having me. It means a lot to me.
All right, well, thank you again, Piercing, for joining us, and Red Like Ruby, it is always a pleasure to have you.
It was my pleasure.
Definitely.
All
It's
right,
always fun to do this.
for sure. All right, everybody, we will catch you next time. Have a good night.
Good night.
There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back?
You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not, think a straight kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south.
Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back.